Aircon not required. Huh? गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पता न शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्ग विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो वरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Hari Om. We will chant third Mundaka, few mantras. This aircon, why it is on? Just put off aircon. It is here. Please repeat. द्वा सुपर्णा सयुजा सखायाः समानं वृक्षं परिशश्वजाते तयोरन्यः पिप्पलं साधुवत्ति अनश्नन्नन्योऽपि चाकशीकीचीति समाने वृक्षे पुरुषो निमग्नः अनीशया शोचति मुह्यमानः दुष्टं यदा पश्यति अन्यमीशम् अस्य महिमानमिति वीतशोकः यदा पश्यते रुक्मवर्णं लाउडली कर्तारमीशं पुरुषं ब्रह्मयोनिम् तदा विद्वान् पुण्यपापे विधूय निरञ्जनः परमं साम्यमुपैति प्राणो येष यः सर्वभूतैर्विभाति विजानन् विद्वान् भवते नातिवादी आत्मक्रीडः आत्मरतिः क्रियावान् एष ब्रह्मविदां वरिष्ठः सत्येन लभ्यस्तपसा येष आत्मा सम्यक् ज्ञानेन ब्रह्मचर्येण नित्यम् अन्तः शरीरे ज्योतिर्मयो हि शुभ्रः यं पश्यन्ति यतयः क्षीणदोषाः यं पश्यन्ति यतयः क्षीणदोषाः. We were seeing the third chapter, third Mundaka, and second part of that third Mundaka. So there are 6 Mundaka. Each chapter has 2 Mundaka. So I hope you remember what topic was going on. If you don't remember, then I'll try to just brush up quickly. So there are 6 Mundaka is there. Some say 3 chapters and 6 Mundaka. Some also say there are 3 Mundaka and 6 chapters, 6 sections. Doesn't matter if you want to say 3 Mundaka, 6 chapters. Each Mundaka has 2 chapters. And we had seen 2 Mundakas completely. And the third Mundaka was starting. Each Mundaka has 2 chapters. So how it all started? So in the first Mundaka, that means in 1.1, first Mundaka, first section, there were 9 mantras, and the total number of mantras in Mundaka is 65 mantras. So the first is the parampara is mentioned here. Parampara, Guru Shishya Parampara, Sampradaya is mentioned initially, if you remember. And there were around 5 disciples were there. That this knowledge is not coming from any person. It is coming straight away from God only. And this knowledge is apurushe or beginningless. Brahmaji was given this knowledge by the God, by Bhagavan. And Brahmaji gave it to different people. And ultimately the disciple is here Shaunak, and Angiras is the teacher in the tradition. No? So it is the knowledge which is not coming from any specific achar. It is not the creation of somebody's intellect. It is all the time available. And that Sampradaya was mentioned in 1.1. You must have known that. And there Shaunakji approaches the teacher called Angiras. Approaching means goes to the teacher and and asked the question, knowing which everything else is known. See, the question itself is not that easy. He didn't ask the question when mind is disturbed. These questions were not Upanishadic, never these questions are asked in the Upanishad. That means the student is very much prepared and advanced. He asked the question that knowing what everything else is known. And Angres starts giving. He did not give the straight answer. He said two knowledges should be known. One is called Paravidya, another is called Aparavidya. I had taken a lot of classes on Aparavidya, if you remember. Worldly sciences come in that. And the rituals come, the karma comes. And karma yoga and upasana also comes in the Aparavidya. Aparavidya means not opera. So that vidya through which we go to operas, not that vidya. Aparavidya. Aparavidya, all the worldly knowledge, number one. Number two was the karma kand. Number three was the upasana. You can go and see the notes, I'm just summarizing it. So these knowledge are called Aparavidya. Aparavidya is also should be known because Aparavidya gives you the refinement through karma is called karma yoga and refinement through meditation is called upasana. So it prepares the mind for Paravidya. Aparavidya is there. If it is employed properly, it prepares the mind for Paravidya by giving you dispassion from the world and the concentration to understand in Paravidya. So dispassion and discrimination arise when a person has done sufficient selfless actions. If the Paravidya is used for earth and calm, it does not give dispassion and does not give any kind of mukshatva. Only when the knowledge is used, worldly knowledge is used to serve God, or it is used for upasana, then only it will take to Paravidya. Otherwise, Aparavidya will take you to world only. And therefore, Shankaracharya Bhagavan says, Aparavidya Vidyaya. So Aparavidya is nothing but avidya. It is for those people. And Dve Vidye Veditavye, both should be known. Remember that? So, this was said. And then Paravidya was given. So, Paravidya is that through which that Akshar Tattva is known. So, first time Akshar word is coming in the Upanishad. I had explained it. I'll just touch and move forward. So, how come this question came to Shaunakji that what is that? Is it necessary to have a cause for the world? Supposing somebody says the world was going like the Jain Dharma says, Jain Darshan, that world was going like this, there was no pralaya also. So what is the argument? Hello? Why the world should have pralaya? Because anything which is modifying will have prior non-existence. Like the body, like the tree, like the house. Anything which is vikari will be absent at some time. When it was absent, absolutely was it absent? He said no. something cannot be absolutely absent, because from absence, presence cannot come out. So, some cause has to be there of this world. And if you remember few points I had mentioned, I don't know what sequence I had taken. Anybody remember that? Don't see the notes later on. So I had told the cause should not have the shape of effect. Effect always is with shape. Cause should not have the shape of the effect. And therefore, first is it is a cause, second is it is a shapeless. That means cause should not have time and space in that. Because time and space is called the effect. Third point was that cause should not be modifying, unchanging. If cause therefore see you as something I had mentioned. Hai, if the cause, something is modifying, that means it is not the cause. It will become effect only. So consciousness, it should be unmodifying or unchanging. Then it should be shapeless. Then it should be consciousness. And then it should be truth or real. CUST, something I must have taken like that. I may be missing the order, but something was there. Don't forget. It is unchanged, does not have a shape. Second was it is consciousness. Third is it is unchanging. And last is it must be truth. That means it must be all time. The cause cannot be changing, because for change you need two things to happen. And change can happen only in time. Like body is changing, because body is made out of composition of 5 elements. Earth is changing. Anything where mixing is possible, that means it was absent somewhere, then only mixing is possible. If something was not absent anywhere, then you cannot mix like the space. You cannot mix water in the space and eat the space. Because there is no, you can eat air or eat fire. Simply eat fire also. In Calcutta, there is one shop. In that shop, the pan is given with fire. So if you put in the mouth, then the fire extinguishes. Funny things are there to catch attention. So that is there. So, some novel inventions. So anything which does not have a part will not be mixable. So the cause will be shapeless. Cause cannot be inert, because if cause is inert, then inert definition is which cannot live by itself. Cause should exist without anything else. If cause needs something else for its existence, it will be some other cause you have to search, which is the cause of that cause. So it has to be shapeless, it has to be unmodifying, it has to be consciousness, and it has to be truth, because it is not, it is at all place, at all time. It is non-diminishing. Truth means which is at all time. I hope these 4 points you keep in mind. The ultimate cause has to be there. That cause should be unchanging. It should be consciousness. It should be shapeless, and it should be truth. 4 points are there. Now, this was said. This is the essence. And somewhere hazily Shaunakji had heard this. Then he asked this question, what is that cause? Can you describe more about it? I am having a vague idea of it. He said, yes. And that knowledge through which, so what is a paravidya? See, Rig Ved, Yajur Ved, all are aparavidya. I had told this. And Paravidya is the one through which you know that Akshar. Why Rigveda such are Aparavidya? Remember that. The Shabd Rashi is Aparavidya. Aparavidya is that after knowing which you have to act. Aparavidya, first thing is it has a trio of knower known knowledge. I know this person. So always there is a knower, and known is different than the knower. And after I know a thing, I have to do something to get it complete. Action, supposing you know cooking, it will have no effect unless you know how to. Knowledge not, it should be practiced, and therefore only you cook and show something. Then only, in many houses I go, they just make that dish first time. Imagine that. Well, your food is like that. And with lot of joy they say, the first time I am eating it. Therefore, we offer prayer to God before food. Oh God, please save me. May I survive after eating. बताओ क्या करा जाए भाई, नया नया एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हैं. Anyway, you know, knowledge of driving should be supplemented by driving. It is incomplete, like you do. So, she has knowledge of driving, but she never drives. Although car is now in the ashram, but she never drives. She drove? No. But renewed the license. Dekho. And they got the license also so easily. So, if you don't practice, you'll forget which is accelerator and which is brake. Everything else you will know. Only this confusion will be there. And you are learning driving, no? Learned. You passed the theory. Huh? Now what is it called? Huh? Instructor will take you and make you drive. That is remaining. Continue. Pass it fast. It is not a paravidya. That knowing is getting. Paravidya is that where knowing is attaining. And aparavidya is that in which knowing will not make you attain. It has to be supplemented by action to complete it. And even after completing it, you will have only that particular thing. If you know how to cook and you cooked and you had a food, you can only have the food to satiate. You will not get money from that. So here, paravidya is that knowing which everything else is known, and Upanishad says a person attains everything. So shnute sarvan kamansa. He attains all desire. But you must be careful. I have explained. What is that I had explained? I had said that if the cause is unchanging, cause is shapeless, cause is consciousness, and cause is truth, it can't modify to become an effect. It cannot modify, because the moment it modifies, that means it was under time, it was under a space, and you have to go for other effect of that. And therefore, the effect will be changing and cause will be not changing. If the effect changes and cause does not change, then that effect is called mithya or false. Rather, cause alone is appearing as the effect. Is it okay? this point. This is in 1.1. And therefore, the sixth mantra defines that. 1.1.6. Yattad adreshyam, agrahyam, avarnam, achakshushrotram, tadapani badam, nityam, vibhum, susukshmam, sarvagatam susukshmam, yad bhut yonim paripashyanti dhira. That is the cause of the world. Very important verse was there. Main thing it is non-changing and eternal. All, I think 12 pointers were there. Something like that. And then 3 examples were given to illustrate that the world is not having efficient and material cause are one. Abdul does what is efficient cause. If you ask what is efficient cause, it will show high level of inefficiency. Very inefficiently you are asking because you had written notes also. Well, thank God now we don't have to write notes. No, you need to complete the notes if you can. So, spider example was there. The example of tree was there. And the example of human being was there. 3 examples were given to tell the oneness of efficient and the material cause. Then in the last 2 verses of 1.1, how the creation has come up, that was mentioned. From unmanifest, manifest has come up. Tapasachiyate brahma tato annam abhijayate annat prano mano satyam loka karma sujamritam. Yes, sarvagya, sarvavit. So Ishwar was sarvagya and sarvavit, both was there. Sarvagya was, it is figurative. Sarvavit is literal. Because he knows that self alone is appearing as all, therefore he is omniscient. But Sarvavit, he knows details of everything, finer detail about object, its cause, its effect. So he is called Sarvavit. Jeev is Jnani Jeev can be Sarvagya but not Sarvit. Ishwar is Sarvagya and Sarvit both. Like what is the lifespan, how long this person will live. That person doesn't know. What was his last birth, he doesn't know. But somebody knows all. Tani ham veda sarvani. I know them all. Got my point. So I had explained this point also. Let's move forward. This was 1.1. This is the foundation of the whole Mundaka Upanishad. In 1.2, that means first Mundak, second Khand. So there are 2 parts. First is Aparavidya was explained, and second was Guru Sadanam was explained. The last 2 verses, 12th and 13th, Guru Sadanam was explained. So if you had following, you can go and see your notes. I think most of you had written the notes. You can just check. Notes is in the house. Right? So how can I bring the notes now? I didn't bring it here. But keep your notes with you. If the notes are there, it will help you. So there are 2 portions. One is Aparavidya and other is Guru Sadanam. So first to 11th mantra is Aparavidya, what Aparavidya does, and 12th and 13th mantra is for Guru Sadanam. And in Aparavidya, why Aparavidya is required, and don't underestimate karma and ritual and don't overestimate also. It has its own due place. I am using the word due place. What goodness it does, rituals and upasana. Rituals and upasana, what happens? You start becoming aware of the next life. So from identifying the body, you think yourself as a jiva also. Because you are now doing something so that you can go to next birth, a higher realm of consciousness, higher realm of existence. So from Brahma Bhav, you cannot straight away go. So you start going to Jeev Bhav. You think I'll be leaving this body. At least you start thinking of yourself as who will exist after the body also. I will be leaving this body, I'll go to another body, or I'll go to Swarg. And this way, good thing happens, you start doing good actions. You are more aware that I will have to pay for my bad actions. So let me do good actions so that I am getting a better birth than this world, better body, better situations. You become more God-fearing person. You become more attentive that through me nobody should be hurt at least. I should not be taking a loan and not paying for it. I should not be lying because lying will give me a lower birth. I should not look down because I don't know I am laughing on that person. Next birth I may be in that person. I am laughing how helpless he is. I don't know what will happen to me. When you start believing very firmly in karmphal sambandh, you become more conscious of doing good, and you want to do some big work, good work, so that you can have better situation. Better situation means what? Joyful attention giving people are around you, and joyful attention giving work is around you. When you say, no, my body is healthy, that means body is not seeking attention. When some part is paining, that part is seeking attention. So this is called pap. So you start have a bigger area of your thought. You have a bigger area of your thinking. I am going to donate to 100 people. I am going to feed 1,000 people. So you have a big area of your thought. And the principle of doing good action is this only. Because you are identified with good, bigger, and therefore you have a bigger area of authority. And same thing happens with the upasana aspect. याद आ रहा है? So Paravidya, first thing is it makes you do good action. Second thing is, if you are doing it, supposing you say, no, I will do good, but you don't want the next birth. Still I should do. Yes, because you are not fit for. Yesterday you heard Parampara Sadhan. I had mentioned Bahirangantarang Sadhan. So when you do a Paravidya practice, then I will say, in this birth also, you will have more favorable spiritual conditions for you. Teacher will come, or the environment will be right. Family problems won't trouble you. Nobody in your family will stop you from ashram. You will have favorable outer situation. Third thing, you will have more favorable mind also. God will give you dispassion. God will give you devotion. I had elaborated, I'm just touching and going. You can see your notes. You will have much more ability to sit, because your devatas will make your body sturdy. Bhadram karne bishunayam devaha bhadyam pashyema akshipri sthirairangaihi stushtuvagam sastanopi. So your body will be available for sadhana. So first was Jeev Bhav. Second is you start doing, what is it called? The second one? बोलते ही नहीं कोई. The second is conducive situation. Third is conducive and subtler mind, and body is there. You will not have disturbing people around you who will take your mind away from your sadhana. Distractions will be taken away by the Lord. And therefore, Aparavidya is very important to be practiced. If you jump this Aparavidya, you will find stuck up later on. Later on in your sadhana, you'll find that I did not have Guru, or I didn't have outer person who is not disturbing me, or my body is troubling me a lot, or my mind is not settled. I just sleep in meditation or class. That means you have not done some upasana and come. You have not done sufficient homework. You did it, but that as much was required, you did not do it. The quantity of aparavidya was less than it was required. You are a man in a hurry. You just were very fast. You didn't allow the food should be put in the cooker or something for certain time to become ripened or to become prepared. That much of preparation you did not give to yourself. You did not give that much of preparation and that much of concentration or austerity which was required. It was not like, and then you had put the knowledge in that mind. A very raw example I'm giving, not a good example, just for the name's sake. Oil is there and you are frying. If oil is not boiling hot and you put pudi into it, or you are making finger chips, anything into it, it won't get crisp and not worth eating. And therefore the oil has to be boiling hot, and then if you put it immediately, the puri is ready, or your finger chips or whatever you want to eat is ready. I told you not a good example, you don't give. Just to communicate. Similarly, this mind is not very ready and you put Vedantic knowledge into it. So it doesn't have any effect. Are you getting? I'm keep on, but when I let the first oil get ready and more burn. See, I have never fried anything. But I observe when I go to a shop here and there, then I see in the station or somewhere, it is boiling hot and they put and immediately such sound comes and then they fry like that. I hope it is like this only. So, unprepared mind will not be able to get the best benefit of listening. He will get some benefit. It is not that he will not get any benefit. But best benefit won't be there. Okay. So aparavidya in the case of this mukshu means refinement of mind through karma and refinement of mind through upasana. So paravidya trains you to be disciplined. It trains you to bring God in your life. It trains you to become more going inside. If you don't like the word introvert, it makes you go inside. Because repeatedly you have to close your eyes and contemplate. Repeatedly you have to get up on right time. And this way it brings more alertness, more quietness inside, provided that aparavidya's target is not the earth and calm, it is moksha. If the target is earth and calm, direction has become different. You will go to Swarg, or you may go to Brahmalok also. You can go to some higher lok. This is. But, and therefore, you should not go to Swarg, etc. And therefore, Upanishad gives after praising them, that Ehi, the damsels called him, please come. Your ahutis have converted into the damsels. That means what attention you had given, now same attention will be given by somebody to you. This was told till 6th mantra of 1.2. First Mundaka, second cut. Then from 7th mantra to around 11th mantra, or rather 10th mantra, the scolding was given. Upanishad is mother, so mother can scold also. He said that, see, it is good you do, but don't get stuck up there. You should now cross over it. And therefore the plava word has, plow means wooden raft. Plava hete adrna yagrupaha. So these actions and rituals are like the wooden raft. It cannot, simple wooden raft, maybe a river which is very shallow, you may cross it. Sometimes I say children in the villages use this raft to play. But this cannot work in the big ocean. In the ocean of transmigration, this wooden raft won't work. It will be drowned in no time. And therefore, these people, Bhagavan, here the Upanishad is saying that they are foolish also. Straight away. They think they are wise, but they are foolish, number one. And they are not knowing that this karma will take them to more problem. And there are three limitations associated with the karma. Atriptikaratvam, bandhakatvam, and dukh mishritatvam. Every action has three problems, fruits of action. That atriptikaratvam, you never say enough, you want more. If you become millionaire, you want to become billionaire. If you have in your bank 100 million, you want to have 200 million. If you want to go to Swarg, you will go to Swarg also. You want a bigger Swarg. So there is atriptikaratvam. And therefore your vasanas won't be quietened. As long as ignorance is there, a person is subject to all miseries in this world. Second is bandhakatvam. You are bound by the vasanas because you would like to enjoy that repeatedly. That is called bandhakatvam. And third was dukh mishritatvam, that everything is associated with the sorrows. There is nothing called pure luck. Every luck, good luck has some bad luck in it. Every good luck has some bad luck. Hidden in it, it will come in due time. You are not saying, well, I am very lucky, I have a very good husband. Having a good husband also is a bad luck. Why? Because he is so good that you will forget the God now. You will not attend satsang now. You will get very attached now. And when he will not be there physically or he passes away, then there is a crying hidden in it. And therefore, there is dukh mishritatvam. Are you getting? My husband means wife also. Both you can make it. There is nothing called total goodness in best situations also. Swarg also if you go, and when you come out, come down from Swarg, then they will be feeling, where am I gone now? I want the same luxurious quarters. You know, Char Dham Yatra was there, so everywhere very nice arrangement was there. Good hotels and everything. So after that, 3-4 people were there. I think they wanted to stay in Shivananda Ashram. Understood? I think you also had gone. Visit. She didn't stay, she was smart. Now they had to go to Shivananda Ashram. Rooms are different now. Because the mind was habituated to that rooms and that food, here everything was very different. And they had to climb 100 steps to go to their room. Imagine that. So there is no good luck which does not have some bad luck in it. Howsoever good something may be. And there is no bad luck which does not have some good luck in it. Well, my wife is horrible. Thank God you don't have to study Vedanta to get dispassion. Her nature is such that automatically you will be in dispassion. What teacher where he failed, your wife succeeded. So what more you require? So next birth you will never be the same, you will become sannyasi in this or this world. If you don't have the people, very good people around you, a very good wife, very good husband, very good children. Dhundukari's father, if you remember, Atmadeva, he became sannyasi. So there is some good luck hidden in bad luck also. And bad luck has some good luck. So what you say, Upanishad is saying that these by rituals and this, you are overdoing it, you have changed the direction, it will take you to rebirth and you will be trapped all around. Don't think this is absolute. Ishtapurtam manmana varishtam nanyashrayo pravedayante moodaha. Pramudaha, they are super foolish. Because they are thinking, this is a upasak now, that isht and apurt, these two kind of good work is there. Good work done for the community is called isht, and apurt is what you do for yourself. I'm just touching. So they are thinking this is absolute and this is not right. So therefore don't use it as a stepping stone and drop it after some time. Don't hold on to it. Then the 12th mantra was on Banaprastha. By Tapasya and Shraddha, they did Upasana and they went to Brahmalok. This was the culmination of Aparavidya. 12th and 13th mantra, if you remember, I had just now mentioned, Guru Sadan is mentioned. 12th mantra is for Vairagya. He said, Parikshalokan karmjitan brahmana nirvedam ayat. He said, but what I want is not this world cannot give me at all. No karma, no lok, no situation can give me that quietness, at all time fulfillment with everybody. It cannot be, because any action can produce only a finite fruit. And my desire is for the infinite. It's very important mantras of the sannyasis actually. This is for sannyasis mantra. This passion means he has not lost interest. He has lost interest because he sees there is no big thing, there is no purpose of that. I had taken in detail. He is now convinced that this any fruit of action, any lok, how so big it will be, it has come from a mixture of many finite actions, and therefore it will never be infinite. At all place, at all time, in all ways, no fruit is there which will be existing as far as situation is concerned. It has to say goodbye to me. So why to put effort in that direction where I will be losing something? Why should I put effort in such directions? Ultimately, I will have vasana, but I will not have expression of vasana. I will become more entangled. That is called bandhakatvam. This was his conviction. And what I want something which is, I told you, which is most closest to me. That joy I want. At all time, at all place, with everybody. And most important, I want to be happy without working. Nobody wants to work and then get happiness. I don't want that state. I don't think so I can manage that. Anything can give me this completeness. Any work in Upasana will give finite fruit. In 5,000 years I will be in heaven. Maybe one yuga I will be as a Brahmaji, but again I have to fall back. And therefore Shankaracharya Bhagavan says in Aparokshanubhuti, Kak Vishthavat Brahmalokam api pashyet. He says, even all the sukh, he sees the one who has dispassion as the dropping of the crow. Don't think he is a foolish person. He has eyes to see much farther and he has the guts to leave. What his mind has not, what his intellect has decided of less value, he has the guts to leave it. And therefore, now he searches for a teacher. Tad vijnanartham guru mev abhigachet samit pani shrotriyam brahmanishtam. Who can give me that particular knowledge? Please note, he wants knowledge because he doesn't want how to do the action now. Because what is at all time, at all place with everybody should be here also. And which is closest to me should be here also. Match this and Shaunakji's question. I am not knowing it. If the joy was somewhere else, then I have to do action to get it. And if I do action to get the joy, then joy will be lost. The joy or sukh will be simit or parichinna. It will be parichinna joy. That means I will be not of the nature of joy. If I am not of the nature of joy, why I am seeking it? So this much he goes. Tasmai savidvan upasannaya samyak prashanchittaya shamanvitaya. Here the Upanishad lays the instruction for teacher also, that if somebody comes who has such a quiet mind and dispassionate mind, the teacher shouldn't tell him and not keep quiet. And not by chanting, who am I, you won't get any answer. So, yena aksharam, or by silence, it won't work. Teaching needs systematic, regular, capable, systematic, regular, chronological study of the scriptures. Chronological listening of the scripture from a capable teacher for a long time. Therefore, we don't use too much of Guru word because sometimes it brings mysticism. That's something Guru will do or touch, some Diksha he will give. If that was done, Bhagavan Krishna would have touched and Arjuna would have realized. Who can be better than Bhagavan to do this? Who can be better than Bhagavan? Chakshushi Diksha is there. Diksha is there. But as far as knowledge is concerned, knowledge has to take place by understanding and listening, because our problem is ignorance. And even if the person has read the scripture, he is intelligent, still he is supposed to go to the teacher. Because if you learn by yourself, you will have the ahankar of knowing. And therefore, Shastragya api, one should try to know. How you have known that will make your nature of the mind. If by seva and humility I know, I will have more humility and seva after knowledge. And therefore Parashuramji cursed Karna because he was knowing the knowledge through kapat. So he said, if you know it, you will become more kapti because this tendency will increase in you. So this completes the second part of the first Mundaka. Now we had seen second Mundaka also. Second Mundaka. What is second Mundaka? Second Mundaka is the portion where there are two chapters in second Mundaka. And in this portion of second Mundaka, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya, Jivo Brahmeti Naparam. So, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya, this portion is in first part of second Mundaka, and Jiv is Brahma is in second part. Again I am repeating. Brahma is Satyam and Jagat is Mithya. Now coming back to Paranala, Vidya. That topic is over. In the second Mundaka there are two parts. The famous line is Brahma Satyam, Jagat Mithya. This is in the first part of the second Mundaka, 2.1, which has 10 mantras. And Jiva Brahmeti Napara, Jiva is Brahma. This is in 2.2, which has around 11 mantras. See the topic, how the topic is building in the Upanishad. You have to know that. Is it clear? No? I had taken this. But see, we are listening as if we have never heard all these things. So I had told earlier also that if the cause is unchanging and the world which is the effect, the world will be non-different than the cause. And therefore, what Upanishad has used the word, etasmat jayate prana mana sarvendriyani cha kam vayur jyotirabha prati vishwasudharani. Etasmat, from this. Etasmat jayate. Tasmad agni samidas jasa surya. Tasmad samra yajum shidiksha. Tasmad deva. Tasmad sapt prana. Tasmad. From that only everything has come out. So it has not modified, and for that it was mentioned Divyo Yamurta Purusha Sabaya Bhyantaro Yajaha Aprano Yamana Shubhra Yaksharat Paratopara. 1.1.6 and 2.1.2 both are similar. Only difference is one is said from the microcosmic, another is said from the macrocosmic. This is a little difference. I'm repeating it. In 2.1, the the Brahm, Satyam and Jagat Mithya has been propounded. When it is said Jagat Mithya, that means Jagat is nothing but the same Purush only, same Akshar Tat only. And in 2.2, second Mundak and second chapter, what is second Mundak, second chapter saying? That is Jeev is Brahman only. And therefore, it is said here, where he knows in the cavity of his heart. He knows in the heart, that was mentioned. I had taken that, and the imagery of now sadhana has been taken. The bow and the arrow imagery has been taken. Danur grihitva upanishadam mahastram sharam yupasa nishitam sandayita ayamya tad bhavagatena chetasa laksham tadevaksharam soma vidhi pranavo dhanu sharo yatma brahmata laksham uchyate, etc., etc. This sadhana has been touched upon in this Mundak. Now you do the sadhana and try to become one by contemplation. And you are contemplating on meaning of Omkar. Okay? And ultimately it is said that how this Chetan, what you think, RC is nothing but OC. What you see RC, reflected consciousness, is nothing but the original consciousness. This was told in this second, and then Natatra Suryo Bhati, that famous mantra was also here. Then I had come to 3.1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth I had not seen. Third Mundak, first chapter. And then two birds were there. Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya Samanam Vriksham Parishashvajate Tayoranya Pipalam Swadvasatti Anashnan Anyu Abhichakashiti. If you remember, I had said that this in third Mundak, there are 4 points, 4 topics were there. First topic was, what is Gyan Swarupam? Second topic was, what is Gyan? What is the Atma Gyan? So what is first topic is Gyan Swarupam. What is the knowledge? Atma Swarupam. Second is knowledge of the Atma. Third is Phal of that knowledge of the Atma. And fourth is Sadhan of that Gyan. फिर से बोल देते हैं आत्म स्वरूपम, what is the Atma, then what is the knowledge of the Atma, then what is the sadhana, and what is the fruit. These 4 topics are intertwined in this third Mundak. But I told you most important Mundak was the second, that contains the crux. Now that is extension is going on in this manner. My time is over now. We will see it tomorrow. So I had already seen few mantras. So from fifth mantra I will directly come. Is it okay? Whether okay or not, you have to hear now. We have to complete this now. And 2 o'clock class, Hindi class will be there. Today Navaratri is there. So we'll talk something on Devi Ji so that she can bless us as she blessed Indra in Kenopanishad. Uma Vai Mahaimavatim. If you remember, Uma Devi had come to give knowledge to Indra, to tell who was the Yaksh. So we'll all do some kind of listening, Shravanam, so that our Brahma Vidya is prasanna on us and she can bless us. Om Hari Om. That's the time is over. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah.